Songs of Innocence and Experience by William Blake. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org.
The Tiger by William Blake. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer? What the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil? What dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the Lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry?
Songs of Innocence and of Experience by William Blake. Recording by phone. Ah, sunflower. Ah, sunflower, weary of time, who countest the steps of the sun, seeking after that sweet golden clime where the traveller's journey is done, where the youth pined away with desire, and the pale virgin shrouded in snow arise from their graves and aspire where my sunflower wishes to go.
To Spring by William Blake. Read for LibriVox.org by Alan Davis Drake. O thou with dewy locks, who lookest down through the clear windows of the morning, turn thine angel eyes upon our western isle, which in full choir hails thy approach, O Spring. The hills tell one another, and the listening valleys hear. All our longing eyes are turned up to thy bright pavilions. Issue forth and let thy holy feet visit our clime. Come over the eastern hills, and let our winds kiss thy perfumed garments. Let us taste thy morn and evening breath. Scatter thy pearls upon our lovesick land that mourns for thee. O deck her forth with thy fair fingers, pour thy soft kisses on her bosom, and put thy golden crown upon her languished head, whose modest tresses are bound up for thee.
Songs of Innocence. Introduction. Recorded by Annie Coleman in St. Louis, Missouri in February 2006. Piping down the valleys wild, piping songs of pleasant glee, on a cloud I saw a child, and he, laughing, said to me, "Pipe a song about a lamb." So I piped with merry cheer, "Piper, pipe that song again." So I piped, he wept to hear. Drop thy pipe, thy happy pipe, sing thy songs of happy cheer. So I sung the same again, while he wept with joy to hear. Piper, sit thee down and write in a book that all may read. So he vanished from my sight, and I plucked a hollow reed, and I made a rural pen, and I stained the water clear, and I wrote my happy songs, every child may joy to hear.
Songs of Innocence and Experience by William Blake. Recorded by Chip in Tampa, Florida on January 17th, 2006. Songs of Innocence. Night. The sun descending in the west, the evening star does shine. The birds are silent in their nest, and I must seek for mine. The moon, like a flower in heaven's high bower, with silent delight sits and smiles on the night. Farewell green fields and happy groves, where flocks have took delight, where lambs have nibbled, silent moves the feet of angels bright. Unseen they pour blessing and joy without ceasing on each bud and blossom, and each sleeping bosom. They look in every thoughtless nest where birds are covered warm. They visit caves of every beast to keep them all from harm. If they see any weeping that should have been sleeping, they pour sleep on their head and sit down by their bed. When wolves and tigers howl for prey, they pitying stand and weep, seeking to drive their thirst away and keep them from the sheep. But if they rush dreadful, the angels most heedful receive each mild spirit, new worlds to inherit. And there the lion's ruddy eyes shall flow with tears of gold, and pitying the tender cries, and walking round the fold, saying, Wrath by his meekness, and by his health sickness is driven away from our immortal day. And now beside thee, bleating lamb, I can lie down and sleep, or think on him who bore thy name, graze after thee, and weep. For washed in life's river, my bright mane forever shall shine like the gold, as I guard o'er the fold.
Excerpt from Auguries of Innocence by William Blake. He who mocks the infant's faith shall be mocked in age and death. He who shall teach the child to doubt, the rotting grave shall ne'er get out. He who respects the infant's faith triumphs over hell and death. The babe is more than swaddling bands throughout all these human lands. Tools were made and born were hands, every farmer understands. The questioner who sits so sly shall never know how to reply. He who replies to words of doubt doth put the light of knowledge out. A puddle or the cricket's cry is to doubt a fit reply. The child's toys and the old man's reasons are the fruits of the two seasons. The emmet's inch and eagle's mile make lame philosophy to smile. A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. He who doubts from what he sees will ne'er believe, do what you please. If the sun and moon should doubt, they'd immediately go out. Every night and every morn some to misery are born. Every morn and every night some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to sweet delight, some are born to endless night. Joy and woe are woven fine, a clothing for the soul divine. Under every grief and pine runs the joy with silken twine. It is right, it should be so, man was made for joy and woe. And when this we rightly know, safely through the world we go. We are led to believe a lie when we see with, not through the eye, which was born in a night to perish in a night when the soul slept in beams of light. God appears, and God is light to those poor souls who dwell in night, but doth a human form display to those who dwell in realms of day.
Songs of Innocence and Experience by William Blake. Recorded by Dennis Sayers in Modesto, California, January 17, 2006. Songs of Innocence. Nurse's Song. When the voices of children are heard on the green, and laughing is heard on the hill, my heart is at rest within my breast, and everything else is still. Then come home, my children, the sun is gone down, and the dews of night arise. Come, come, leave off play, and let us away till the morning appears in the skies. No, no, let us play, for it is yet day, and we cannot go to sleep. Besides, in the sky the little birds fly, and the hills are all covered with sheep. Well, go and play till the light fades away, and then go home to bed. The little ones leaped and shouted and laughed, and all the hills echoed. Songs of Innocence and Experience by William Blake. Recorded by Dennis Sayers in Modesto, California, January 19, 2006. Songs of Innocence. Holy Thursday. 'Twas on a holy Thursday, their innocent faces clean, the children walking two and two, in red and blue and green. Gray-headed beetles walked before, with wands as white as snow, till into the high dome of Paul's they like Thames waters flow. Oh, what a multitude they seemed, these flowers of London town. Seated in companies, they sit with radiance all their own. The hum of multitudes was there, but multitudes of lambs. Thousands of little boys and girls raising their innocent hands. Now like a mighty wind they raise to heaven the voice of song, or like harmonious thunderings the seats of heaven among. Beneath them sit the aged men, wise guardians of the poor. Then cherish pity, lest you drive an angel from your door.
Songs of Innocence and Experience by William Blake. Recorded by Chip in Tampa, Florida on February 20th, 2006. Songs of Innocence. The Divine Image. To mercy, pity, peace, and love all pray in their distress, and to these virtues of delight return their thankfulness. For mercy, pity, peace, and love is God our Father dear, and mercy, pity, peace, and love is man, his child and care. For mercy has a human heart, pity a human face, and love the human form divine, and peace the human dress. Then every man of every clime that prays in his distress prays to the human form divine, love, mercy, pity, peace. And all must love the human form, in heathen, Turk, or Jew, where mercy, love, and pity dwell, there God is dwelling too.
Song by William Blake. Fresh from the dewy hill, the merry year smiles on my head and mounts his flaming car. Round my young brows the laurel wreaths a shade, and rising glories beam around my head. My feet are winged, while o'er the dewy lawn I meet my maiden risen like the morn. Oh bless those holy feet, like angels' feet. Oh bless those limbs, beaming with heaven ly light. Like as an angel glittering in the sky. In times of innocence and holy joy, the joyful shepherd stops his grateful song to hear the music of an angel's tongue. So when she speaks, the voice of heaven I hear. So when we walk, nothing impure comes near. Each field seems Eden and each calm retreat. Each village seems the haunt of holy feet. But that sweet village where my blacky-eyed maid closes her eyes in sleep beneath night's shade. Whene'er I enter, more than mortal fire burns in my soul and does my song inspire.